For generations, the Caribbean has lived with the rhythm of hurricane season, the anxious scanning of skies, the ritual of boarding up windows, the prayers whispered as the winds rise. But today, those familiar storms are changing. A warmer planet has made the Caribbean Sea a more volatile cauldron of heat and energy, producing hurricanes that are stronger, wetter, slower, and more destructive than ever before. The story of Hurricane Melissa in October 2025 captures what scientists have long warned. Climate change is transforming the very nature of storms in this region. Hurricanes draw their power from warm ocean waters. The warmer the sea surface, the more energy available for a storm to intensify. In recent years, ocean temperatures across the Caribbean have climbed to record highs. The waters that fueled Hurricane Melissa were some of the hottest ever recorded in the region. Scientists estimate that such heat levels were several hundred times more likely due to human-caused climate change. That heat acted like jet fuel, enabling Melissa to strengthen rapidly into a major hurricane. Within less than a day, it exploded from a moderate tropical system into a Category 4 monster, with winds exceeding 140 miles per hour. But heat alone was not the problem. Climate change has also altered atmospheric patterns, making some storms move more slowly. Melissa crept across the Caribbean at a near crawl, dumping torrential rain on Jamaica and Hispaniola for hours on end. Slow-moving hurricanes are among the most destructive because they linger, wringing out moisture that leads to catastrophic flooding and landslides. Meteorologists warned that Jamaica could see between 15 and 30 inches of rain, with isolated peaks reaching 40. In mountainous regions, the runoff tore through gullies and hillsides, while low-lying areas around Kingston and the south coast faced storm surges worsened by rising sea levels. Every degree of global warming lifts the ocean surface slightly higher, meaning the next storm surge reaches farther inland than the one before. The chain reaction of climate influences was unmistakable. Warmer air holds more moisture, increasing rainfall intensity. Warmer seas feed stronger winds. Rising seas amplify floods, and weaker steering winds can trap these supercharged systems over small islands. For the Caribbean, it's a terrifying equation. Storms that once would have passed quickly now stall and intensify, causing more destruction per hour. Melissa's slow pace and immense rainfall mirrored what scientists saw in recent years with other deadly storms like Dorian and Harvey, both of which unleashed unprecedented flooding. By the time Melissa neared Jamaica, the government had already opened hundreds of shelters and closed airports. Coastal residents were told to flee inland. Across the region, from Haiti to the Dominican Republic, reports emerged of collapsed homes, landslides, and power outages. In parts of southern Haiti, swollen rivers cut off entire communities. The storm's behavior matched what climate scientists have been warning for decades. A warmer world doesn't necessarily mean more hurricanes, but it means stronger and slower ones with heavier rainfall. The danger is magnified by the Caribbean's vulnerability. Many communities sit just above sea level, protected only by coral reefs and mangroves, natural defenses that have been weakened by pollution, development, and bleaching. When storms like Melissa strike, those lost buffers translate into deeper inundation and faster erosion. Economically, the cost is staggering. Agriculture, tourism, and coastal infrastructure, the lifeblood of island economies, can be devastated in a single night. Recovery can take years, only for the next storm to arrive sooner than expected. Hurricane Melissa also exposes another truth. The climate crisis is not just environmental, but social. The poorest residents are often those living in the most flood-prone areas, in homes that cannot withstand hurricane winds. When floods come, they lose not just property, but livelihoods. And as the cost of rebuilding rises, insurance companies withdraw, governments borrow, and international aid becomes the only lifeline. The human toll extends far beyond the storm's path, in lost education, disrupted healthcare, and rising debt. Still, Melissa's story is not without hope. Scientists and Caribbean leaders are increasingly calling for stronger building codes, better drainage systems, and the restoration of mangroves and coral reefs that naturally blunt storm impacts. Advances in satellite forecasting now allow earlier warnings, and community preparedness programs are helping save lives. Yet these efforts face an uphill battle without global action to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Adaptation can only go so far when the seas themselves keep warming. Hurricane Melissa is more than a natural disaster. It is a warning written in wind and water. It shows that the Caribbean's struggle with hurricanes is no longer just about seasonal weather. It is about survival in a rapidly changing climate. Every storm now tells the same story in a louder voice. As the planet warms, the Caribbean storms will grow more ferocious, and the time for denial has long passed.